Not that song.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
FF episode 980, just 20 away from 1,000. Wow, I don't know if we're going to make it by the end of the year. We'll see. Today, hello, it's Mike Matthews, broadcasting from Cafe Anyway, located somewhere in Podcastro Valley. Today, the return of the much-loved segment News Random, where we'll hear some more interesting news stories.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
You have not heard yet, maybe, I don't know, but they're interesting anyway. Chely Shoehart, Floyd the Floorman, and John Deere.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
The engineer stopped by too, and we've lost Scott Weiland at a young 48. The Stone Temple Pilots rocked the 90s with some great little tunes about highways and Vaseline and other one-word song titles, but it's too late to thank Scott personally. We contemplate the short lives of many of the 90s rockers.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
Eddie Vedder's still with us, as is Chris Cornell. So rock sure
Mike's
has its casualties,
Daily
but it has its survivors.
Podcast.
Live fast,
Yeah.
and leave a pretty corpse. Well, I live slow because my corpse is not going to be pretty, so I'm taking the slow ride. Slow ride. Take it easy. But so Scott Weiland was also in Velvet Revolver with some of the members of Guns N' Roses. We've well known about his partying ways, and I remember reading in the, LA Times, they had this calendar section that was like a little magazine that came with the paper on the weekends, and it would do these little segments where it'd be like, hey, let's hang out with this celebrity. What does he do or she do in LA on the weekends? And Scott Weiland was like, well, me and my girlfriend, we get up, we go down to the farmer's market, we take our dog for a walk, we just hang out all weekend and love each other and drink coffee. And I'm like, wow, this guy's, oh yeah, he's like, since I stopped drugs and alcohol. So he had gotten his life on the mend at the point of this article, which I think was maybe like 2000, 2001 or so. And it looked like roses. All roses ahead for Scott Weiland. Unfortunately, not that he died in his sleep, apparently, according to this article. Of course, there'll probably be more once the toxicology tests are taken and whatnot, but more information will emerge. But yeah, so sad. So many of the 90s rockers, the lead singer of Blind Melon, Sublime, of course, Nirvana. Wow. You look at the Alice in Chains. All those guys. It's sad. And I know a lot of musicians listen to this podcast because I have a lot of musicians on. And I wouldn't want to see this happen. I want them all to live long, wonderful lives. I don't want to see this happen to them. So I hope there's some lesson to be learned here somewhere. I mean, Scott Weiland will not be forgotten anytime soon. He definitely stood out in the 90s with his music. Although all I can think of is that Sour Girl video with Sarah Michelle Gellar. And, back when she was pretty. No, she's still pretty. But, yeah, it was a sad news that I saw that today. I made out a loud, audible no when I read that. So, anyway, Cafe Anyway. Other things to discuss. I'm hoping that we're going to have Kevin stop by, and we'll have addendum with Kevin at the end of the show. But we do have the news random that we're going to get to. Some very interesting stories having to do with stuff going on today we're going to get to. And look who just walked in. Just now.
Hello, Mike Matthews. It's Chely Shoehart, the shop supervisor. Oh my god, it's like so good to be here on a Friday. And it was raining yesterday.
We had rain in California, yes. I have this thing in the front of my house. The gutter is all clogged up. And the face of my house, I'm sort of on a hill, so to get to the gutter there, I have to have a really long ladder. And the times I've used my neighbor's really long ladder, I've scared the crap out of myself. And I go up there and I try and clean out, and I get up there and I'm cleaning out the gutter and I get all this stuff out, but it never seems to be enough. So yesterday I decided I'm going to see what's up with the drain, the pipe that comes down, the drain that comes out of the gutter down there's some name for it and I can't think of it right now. Damn it! Anyway, it comes down along the side of the house. And so what I did was, since it's sort of like a drain, I took my auger, that thing with the snake that you can get at your local hardware store, and you can attach it to a drill, and I was like drilling the auger up into the pipe drainage thing and seeing if I could maybe get it unclogged from underneath. Did it work? No. Then I tried shoving a hose up into it and blasting a lot of water. Did that help? No. And then I was hoping that the rain that was coming down would like force it down the other side and that rain would work with me, and it didn't. So I guess I just got to replace the whole thing at some point. And anyway, wherever it leaks off the gutter, I've put buckets. So I've got these. It looks nice. My house looks so not white trash right now with all the buckets underneath the gutters. But I'm catching rainwater, and I'm going to use that dang rainwater to keep my plants happy, because they really respond much better to rainwater than normal water. There's something, the ions in the rain, I don't know what it is, but I've talked to many gardeners and such that say, oh yeah, I totally use the rainwater over the hose water.
Mike Matthews, that's really nice. I hate, like, all things that have to do with the backyard.
You do?
Yeah, I hate going into the backyard. There's, like, bugs and grass. And I hate the little, like, squirrels. They're, like, disgusting.
Oh, why?
'Cause they're rodents.
But they're cute and they're fuzzy.
They're disgusting.
You don't like Basil?
He's nice, but he's got a lot of slobber.
Oh. But you have retainers. Don't they make you kind of slobber a little bit?
Mike Matthews, I'm not going to talk to you anymore.
I'm sorry. I take it back.
Okay.
Okay, what?
Go on to your next thing. I'm not going to talk, so just go on.
All right, so look who else just walked in. Oh, Mike, this is Floyd the Floorman! And this is John Deere, the engineer. It appears that you and Chely are having a tiff. Yeah. I hope we make up. John Deere, I wanted to ask you, here at Cafe Anyway, we have the wonderful, lights and such that we have on that keep on the place illuminated, is what I'm saying. You're not making any sense right now. You're babbling. I am. The lights. Oh, yeah. So, speaking of lights, my roommate has decided to come home at night after I'm asleep and leave all the lights on in the house. So, what does that mean? You're going to get a big electric bill. Thank you, John Deere. That's exactly right. So, just wanted to confer that with you.
Mike, it's Mikey Fikey. Great.
Mike, I heard you went out on a date last night. Floyd, that's absolutely not true. I met with a friend who's a female last evening for coffee. Very nice gal that I have met at the dog park. I've had her on the show. She has some great stuff. In fact, I almost recorded her last night, but we were at Cafe 4 in Podcastro Valley, and the acoustics were a little too reverby, and I don't think it would have sounded very good as compared to recording someone in a trailer, which was with the Clem with the last show. But yeah, so she had some interesting stories about guys that she meets on dating websites. We're kind of more friends, but it's an interesting thing with guys and women, and women are beautiful, and guys, we can basically fall for anyone, if they've got a great personality and they're pretty, and that's the thing. And women, the more things have to be in line for them to like a guy. They have to maybe have a job that's really good, or be a certain age, or whatever. It seems women are more finicky, and that makes sense. Guys are more like, okay, I'll go for that. And that's how it is, isn't it, Chely Shoehart?
That's totally not how it is, and I'm, not talking to you.
All right, then. But she is dating some guy who is a particle physicist, works with that particle collider at Stanford. And so he's a nuclear physicist, particle atomic engineer person, John Deere. Oh, sounds really exciting, like I am. Yeah, so good for her. Anyway, Cafe Anyway, and the podcast can be found all kinds of places it is at. And you can read all about the blog and everything at my website, mikesdailypodcast.com. If you want to help us out through the Amazon link, buy something through Amazon that helps us out, that's there at mikesdailypodcast.com, as well as what we have a PayPal thing. If you want all the cafe characters to give you a special hello, that is at PayPal. You can do that through the PayPal at mikesdailypodcast.com. Oh, yeah, and I guess I should also mention this.
Mike's Yuletide Personalized MP3 for Thee contest.
The Yuletide Personalized MP3 for Thee contest. Yes, if you email us a very interesting, fun sort of Christmas greeting, we will send you back a very fun Christmas greeting, a Yuletide Personalized MP3 for Thee from all the cafe characters here at Cafe Anyway. So you can do that through the email, which is mikesdailypodcast@gmail.com, or reply at where we are at Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. We're all over the place, social media-wise. And you can listen to us at a bunch of places. You can find all those places at mikesdailypodcast.com, and the podcast picture as well. Every show we have a podcast picture. In fact, today's is going to be rather nice with some boats. I've got a lisp thing happening really bad. I usually have a lisp. It has something to do with my construction of my teeth. That's probably why my radio career has been like crap. So, but you know what? What's wrong with a few extra S's, right? Nothing wrong with a lisp. Anyway, that was Cafe Anyway, and now we move on to the section called News Random.
News Random.
If God had a face, what would it look like, and would you want to see? If seeing meant that you would have to
What
believe.
If God Was One of Us? Joan Osborne. That's one of my favorite albums from the 90s. Her, what was it, Relish album? St. Teresa, all those great songs. Right Hand Man. Okay, am I the only one that remembers that album? All right, well, the front cover of the New York Daily News yesterday took a strong stance against how some politicians are reacting to the San Bernardino shooting. Yes, you've got the Democrats that are saying we need tighter gun control laws, and the Republicans say we need prayer. We need to pray for the victims. We need to just pray. No legislation needs to be done. No, we just need to pray. This isn't a sign of some horrible festering wound in our society here in America. No, we'll just pray. And we'll pray the pain away. It'll be gone. Nothing wrong here. And the headline that the Daily News, the New York's Daily News, printed, big bold letters, is God isn't fixing this. As latest batch of innocent Americans are left lying in pools of blood, cowards who could truly end gun scourge continue to hide behind meaningless platitudes, the cover reads. House Speaker Paul Ryan and GOP presidential hopefuls Rand Paul, Ted Cruz, Jeb Bush, and Lindsey Graham all responded with prayers for victims in San Bernardino. This article here on MSN from USA Today shows some of the tweets. Jeb Bush said, praying for the victims, their families, and San Bernardino first responders in the wake of this tragic shooting. The tweets of the Daily News provocative front page is currently the most retweeted of 2015 for the news organization. Yes, the most retweeted of 2015. Meanwhile, Democratic presidential hopefuls, including Hillary Clinton and Bernie Sanders, took a different tone and called for action to stop gun violence. Bernie tweeted, "Mass shootings are becoming an almost everyday occurrence in this country. This sickening and senseless gun violence must stop." President Obama underscored the need for stronger gun control laws in the U.S. after Wednesday's mass shooting. "There are some steps we could take not to eliminate every one of the mass shootings, but to improve the odds they won't happen as frequently," he said to CBS. Some Twitter users also called out for more congressional action. And there was one, let's see, any interesting ones? Whereas others, no interesting ones here. But there's others felt that calling for prayer should not be mocked at a time like this. Someone said, "Currently getting attacked by atheists for praying for San Bernardino. Twitter is great, but there is a lot of human garbage on here." Well, why are you praying and, using Twitter to pray? I don't understand that. I mean, is Twitter did God create Twitter? I didn't realize that. So this is a way to we don't need to pray, we can just tweet. Interesting how that's happened in the past 5 seconds.
See a stream down your face when you lose something you cannot replace. See a stream.
And get ready to yawn! Coldplay is going to be doing the halftime show for 2016 on CBS. That makes no sense at all. Let's think of all the danceable Coldplay songs that'll want to get us dancing, a la Katy Perry with Sharks, or Janet Jackson with exposed nipples and whatnot. Let's see. Oh, we could dance to Viva La Vida. Dun 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 dun. Oh, I can totally dance to that. Or Yellow. I can totally rock that sad song. Oh my gosh, this is a conscious uncoupling of the freaking idiots with their, I don't know where I was going with that, but someone will craft a nice joke out of conscious uncoupling and Coldplay, and you watch. Smarter man than I, or woman. Previous halftime performers, of course, have been Bruno Mars. Oh, he killed it. Remember him? Wow. He just did, everybody were like, who is Bruno Mars? Oh my God, that's Bruno Mars. He's amazing. Beyonce did it. It's the biggest stage for not only musicians, but for TV. Last year's Super Bowl matchup between the New England Patriots and Seattle Seahawks on NBC set a U.S. television record with 114.4 million viewers. I guess they would have had .000. I didn't watch it. I was not involved in that number. They will follow the NFL championship with late show specials from Stephen Colbert and James Corden. 2016 Super Bowl hosted by Levi Stadium in San Francisco. Oh, that's right. It's going to be just down the road from here. February 7th. Wow. All right, Coldplay. I love Coldplay. Honestly, I love that. It just doesn't seem like halftime thing, but good for them. U2 is about as close to Coldplay as you can get, and they rocked it pretty well after September 11th. I thought a lot of people were like, oh no, that because Bono listed all the names of the people killed on September 11th. We were going through a state of mourning still because it just happened, and the band played mostly, sort of uplifting songs to help us get through the hard time that we were all getting through. So yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. He pulled out his jacket, had the American flag lining in it. All right, I guess it was still pretentious Bono, but whatever. It got us through a crappy time, but maybe Coldplay will get us through a halftime with their great music. We'll see. As we go outside a cafe anyway, we're bringing Mike's Daily Podcast somewhere in Podcastro Valley.
And here's today's podcast picture.
The podcast picture is the wonderful harbor of San Leandro Marina, and the wonderful people there that walk around the harbor as I do with my dog Basil the Boxer. And we walk around, and the harbor has gotten more and more crowded. The peninsula has gotten more and more crowded. There's a little peninsula there you can walk around. They've got a park course there. You can work out, pull-ups, whatever you want to do. It's wonderful. So see that picture now at mikesdailypodcast.com. And maybe just... Oh, what's this?
Addenda with Kevin.
Kevin's here!
Hang on, my mic's off. Oh.
It is? Oh, you don't have your headphones.
Check. Yes, I am. Checking in.
All right. So we have something between us here. Let me move that screen.
Yes, now I can see you.
It's a screen full of sound effects, like this one. Go!
Yep, Homer.
Donuts.
We're really excited because 21st Amendment people are going to be in the building.
Yes, they are.
At Cafe. No, not here. Cafe anyway, but at my job. My other job.
At an hour and counting.
Wow. Yay, that's so exciting. Applause. Everybody, you can clap along.
Yes.
So I was on a quasi-date last night with that girl that had the pineapple-y relationship I think I told you about.
Why did you do that, Mike?
Well, it wasn't really a date, but we met for coffee at this place, and she told me that she's got another guy that she's met through some app called Coffee and Bagels. Have you ever heard of this?
No, but I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. But.
Yeah, but it's not even like a Jewish app. I would expect with the bagels, but no. So anyway, she's met some physicist guy I mentioned earlier on the podcast. So.
Okay.
But I'm in the friend zone. So.
No, look, Mike, I like you, okay? Let's come face to face.
Kevin advice.
Look, this screams of a horrible idea. I know, I just kind of float around and do whatever I want with whoever I want. No, this screams of bad idea. Trust me. Not necessarily this situation. I've been in stupid situations like this one, and I go, you know what, this is going to be awesome. This girl will X, Y, and Z. That's not really a good idea. And then you get that thing, and you go, this is a horrible idea. And it's just, it trust me, this is more like it, honestly. It will just haunt you. Nothing good will happen. I promise. You're gonna let me go ahead and script out. Let's say theoretically this works out swimmingly for you. Okay. You know, you meet her and then you're like, hey, I want you to be my girlfriend. She's like, I want to be your girlfriend so bad. And then you guys start hanging out, and then, maybe a day goes by, doesn't answer your phone calls, and you go, wow, I don't know what her name is. I don't know. Let's just say Hannah, whatever. Oh, well,
I like that name.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Hannah's gone. And then she's like, oh, yeah, actually, I flew to Toronto to meet my 7th boyfriend's family. And you go, What? Well, I told you, I'm like a butterfly. I just float around and do whatever I want with whoever I want. But aren't you cool with it? I mean, I thought we should have, coffee and bagels next week, when I'm all roast beef down there. And, no, trust me. And then you'll be mad, and you'll be really bitter, and it's going to be a horrible idea.
Right. I see heartstrings being just frayed. Not nasty.
My very good friend had a really cool business tuning Volkswagens in the Fremont area, and he had a very thriving business. He had knew how to do this thing with the wheels. It's called cambering them out with an old VW that no one else could do, and he was going to be really good at it. And his business partner decided he was going to get in a relationship with that, where they were living with another couple, and they were all sleeping in the same bed, and then kids got involved. And it caused a huge collapse of the business, not because he did anything, but because this guy chose to mess up everything by doing a bunch of dumb stuff. And it was the first match that let Rome burn. Mike, I like you. I don't want this to happen to you.
All right, thank you so much. I will take that advice, Kevin. I'll just remain friends and not. I wasn't pursuing anything.
Like, I think we both
She's
know.
pretty, though. She's pretty.
I know. That's how they really in. You know, do you have, like, the fishing reel
Behave
sound
yourself.
effect? You know, it's...
Yeah.
We'll get it. Don't worry. We have a sound library.
Well, is it this one? No, wait. That's not...
No!
Oh, I'll put a harp sound effect right there.
There you
That'll
go.
work. Okay. Yeah, so, because that's... Yeah, they really win. Well, Kevin, Donald Trump said I will not be at the next debate unless I'm paid, or $50 million given to his charity. And CNN said, no, we're not going to do that. And then Donald Trump said, I'll do it anyway.
I thought so. Called your bluff. You're an idiot.
And then Kevin Spacey, your favorite actor. Oh, the hell with that. I can't hear through these headphones. Kevin Spacey is going... Is he
well spent.
These are the worst. These are... You know what these are from? I think they're from an airplane.
They look like it.
That's what these headphones are from.
We have a $700,000 studio here. He's using the free ones he got on a plane.
No, we're outside at Cafe Anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Is where we are.
The studio.
Nice where rain has washed everything off. And so he's teaching classes online. I guess it's like $90 to take a class with Kevin Spacey. Do you like him? He kind of scares... he's an excellent actor. He was great in... What was that? As Kaiser Sose and all that. But
I don't know. I'm only familiar with his comedy get-ups.
Yeah.
Which I really do like. I think they're very funny.
He does Johnny Carson perfectly.
Johnny Carson is flawless. His
Jack Lemmon?
Well, I don't know so much about that one, but who's the one that everyone knows? I got a fever. The only prescription is...
Oh, Christopher Walken.
Yeah, his is second to none.
So, what do you think we'll discuss today about 21st Amendment?
Well, I know what they're going to have to guess, but...
beer.
Yeah, well, the beginning of the business, how they made it work. You know, their business plan, what they do. And yeah, hopefully we do discuss beer. I sure hope so.
I think it's going to be a huge thing. You've told me about all the wonderful thing 21st Amendment's doing.
Yeah, I like what we do.
And then finally, Haley's been sick. No Haley on the show.
It's first day back.
Oh, today? Haley will be back today. Wow. So we've had really no Haley this week. So no Haley moment of the week.
No, out of the hospital bed and into the cafe.
The cafe?
Yeah. I had to remember, hang on.
I like Cafe Anyway. I see what you did. You took the two words and made it one. Cafe.
I just misflubbed the line.
Or calves, like cows. Mm-hmm. They walk where they walk. That's a calf way.
Calfway, yes. So a dirt road.
Not a catwalk, but a calfway.
On the calfway.
On the calfway. I do my little turn legit. On the calfway. I'm too sexy for my shirt. All right, well, we got to go. Have a great weekend. Any final words you'd like to say to the Mike's Daily Podcaster people?
Thank you, everybody. All you who listen, thank you so much. We really do appreciate it. We get up at the blank crack of dawn, and we really like doing this, though. Hopefully you enjoy it as much as we like doing it.
I'm making a goofy smile right now. Okay, I'll stop doing that.
I can confirm that was a goofy smile.
Mike's Daily Podcast is written and produced and performed by Mike Matthews. His podcast is super easy to find. Download or listen to his show and read his blog at mikesdailypodcast.com. Email Mike now at mikesdailypodcast@gmail.com. See you tomorrow. Bye!